Okay, so I had a long bath and I was trying to just think about things, how it would be and stuff, or how the world will know through the TV. I still, think the Big Brother show, yes, but I feel like there might be like two shows, like when Big Brother used to be on in England, they used to have like kind of a daytime show and a nighttime show or an evening show or something. I think it was like after 10:30 or whatever. But yeah, and one of them, they used to be like talking about things, so they used to just get loads of different people's opinions, and it's really important to get loads of people's opinions, whether it be good or bad. um Drilling's going on. And Yeah, I just think the daytime show is going to be more family oriented and more more about just showing things and then getting different takes and doing interviews. I think it should be like more of an experiment. Like that's how it was when they first created the show. It was a social experiment to see how people to see what people do in the house and then to get public's reaction and opinions and takes. And I think a lot of celebrities should join in and make the show better. And they can say what they want, I guess. But um, I'm assuming most will support, and I'm pretty sure that Kylie Minogue would be on the positive side, and trying to bring people to truth of just acceptance of the house story should be. I think it's going to be very controversial when talking about the Bible, because there's going to be a lot of people that don't agree. But I think there should be sort of a positive show and a negative show. The positive show where you get people who are open minded to all sorts of religions, open to different possibilities. People are influenced by others, really. And if you get a bunch of Christians, all together to talk about me, well, that people will be encouraged to slander me, and they'll say negative things, and the people who watch that will become more and more negative towards me. But I feel like that's kind of what needs to happen. There needs to be, not necessarily atheists, but people who maybe believe in God, maybe don't, maybe want to see the evidence before insulting it or putting it down. And you know, so you'd have the positive. Oh, my phone goes off all the time. And But yeah, so you have the positives, the positive show and the negative show. The positive show would just be yeah, positive and picking up on people who are rounded, more rounded, and hopefully the good people that watch TV would be attracted to that one. And then you can have another show which would be more guys, more run by guys, where they could actually bring on Christians, and or just not necessarily bring on Christians, but bring on people who genuinely would rather watch that show than my show. So there'll be a good show and a bad show, and the bad show would be more about just seeing who is drawn to them. So because you can have liars, people who pretend that they don't believe me when really they do, and then you can have people who generally do um, don't believe me. And so it would be, I want to show up people, basically. That's what I want to do. I want to show up people, and I want there to be a negative show that's negative, not that negative, but just um, bringing on, I don't know, Christians and all sorts of religious people to say, what do you think of this? Do you think she could be a Christ? Um, as for people who I'm with, I think definitely not the celebrities at first, because it has to be people's option to watch it. I feel like if it's shoved in their face, um, they'll get too scared and run off. But it needs to be like, the Big Brother show's on, but EastEnders is also on, or you can watch this, or you can watch this, and so it's like that. How the whole Katy Perry, this is no big deal. This is no big deal. This is no big deal. So that's how I think it should play out. Maybe just for 2 weeks or something. I'm not 2, 3 weeks. It should just play out like this is no big deal. This is no big deal. And so this could be what the Feast of Tabernacles is about. There'll be 10 days of just hearing me out, and then after 15 days or something, maybe I don't know, it's up to you, but this is just, I'm trying to get visions of maybe possibilities of what's going to happen. And I'm not saying what happens, because it needs to be the people who decide, of course. But that is how I see it happening. If you think it will be better, just everyone going in full swing, then maybe. But I feel like people need to have the option to see if they would rather watch me, or would they rather watch. I'd probably watch both. Actually, I'd watch EastEnders and a Big Brother show where someone's claiming to be Christ. But then you kind of need to also give people the option: do you want to watch this, or would you rather watch, I don't know, some random, I don't know what else, Kevin and Perry go large or something. I don't know. What would you rather watch? I mean, I like Kevin and Perry. I do like. It's funny. But yeah, it's to make people feel bad about not caring about the Messiah. I think you first need to show them how little they care. Um, and but yeah, you need to have a show where they are drawing people in, and then a show that is actually kind of just mocking me, and then maybe later on have a hidden thing that's even worse. But that it has to come in stages, I think, for it to be believable as well. It has to come in stages. When abusing someone, it doesn't just you don't just go straight into the abuse. You go into sort of little bits, and it just gets worse and worse. And I don't want to be abused. Definitely don't want to be abused. But at the same time, for people to believe that there are a bunch of people who want to hurt me or want to, because I know that the people doing this don't, I think, but or they didn't. I'm sure they. I don't know what they thought when about the 9 years ago. But anyway, I I yeah, it just, and I'm also noticed that Rabbit is RABB it. And well, Anna Belinda B is my initials, and it's interesting how a rabbit is supposed to be the sign of sex, or lots of it. But then I have to point out that I don't actually have a rabbit, and yeah, I think they're kind of cute. But I wouldn't have a rabbit because it would bite me quite hard, and if it bit me, I don't know if it would bite me, but if it bit me, it would bite quite hard. But rabbits are kind of cool, but I'd rather have the dog than a rabbit. But because you don't really I don't know, rabbits are cute, but I don't have a big enough garden. But anyway, um, um, so yeah, I think that's all I'm saying so far.